DC here. Hi guys. We're in a town today called Meiringen, which is in the Bernese Alps. Today is Ascension Day, which in Switzerland and a lot of countries in Europe is a day off. Now this town is pretty well known for skiers amongst others because it goes, like I say, into different mountain passes. So it's like the entrance into different mountain passes in the Bernese Alps. There's another thing as well that makes this town quite a popular and well-known town, is that it's very close to the place that's called the Aarschloch, which is well known. If I remember the name correctly, I think it's called Reichenbach, which was where the famous Sherlock Holmes story, where he was fighting with Moriarty and at first died, or at least that's what Conan Doyle wanted to do, but then there was a big scandal and he had to bring him back. So that is very close to this town. And in the town, I'll just turn it around over there because we'll be going there now. There's a little Sherlock Holmes museum. Just a small building, which I'll show you in 2 seconds. Okay, here she is. Got Mrs. DC and Son of DC over there. Yeah, she says hello. She knows. Son of DC is staying as far away as possible from the camera because he loves this camera. So I was going to get back to what I was talking about. There's the Sherlock Holmes Museum over there, which we'll go to, and it's inside the old English church. That's something that's actually quite amusing in most Swiss, I would say, towns where there was tourism. There was very often an English church because of the English tourists at the time. So I'll cut here for a moment. I'll get back to you once I've crossed the road. Okay, so we're going to cross over. Motorcycle didn't really want to stop for us, but he had to. Okay, so this is the center of the town in front of us. So the mountains, there's a train station further off over there, and we'll walk up to Sherlock Holmes and say hello to him. Okay, so this is one of the little tourist attractions of the town, I would say. So here he is, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. So here you have him, Sherlock Holmes. And it says here, okay, can we actually get the reading? Okay. So let's go over there to the little English church. Oh, Son of DC is playing with a stone. Just a little bit of his footballer instinct that's coming back. Oh, I was wondering where Mrs. DC was. She's over there. Okay, so we're right beside the little English church. Does it say anything special here? Not really. Okay. And this is the Sherlock Holmes Museum. So you see, it's a very, very small museum within the English church. Now I guess that the main question will be is if I'll be able to film within it. Okay guys, I'm back. So right now we're just in the English church. So the top part of the church, so where was the little church itself, is I would say a museum that's dedicated to the mountains, and the basement will be for Sherlock Holmes. I thought I'd show you though one thing that's really cool when it comes to visiting the museum is they've got this little system. Okay, so I'll show it on Mrs. DC actually. Now you point this little pointer and you can choose the language, and it's connected to her ear like that, yeah. And so I mean, and then we just, you know, you just go along, you walk along, and you point and you get your tour guide that way. So it's cool. So let's go downstairs. Yeah, there's 4 or something, she said. So here we are, we're going to go downstairs now. Okay. So, here's a depiction of that final fight of Sherlock Holmes with Moriarty, which of course, as we know, became a scandal in a way in London. This is probably Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Yeah, that's the case. Let's see, let's go down. Here we are. So that would have been the fight with Moriarty. So this is actually a funny little thing. They've made Sherlock Holmes an honorary citizen of Meiringen. And when you consider that actually Sherlock Holmes is, well, a person out of a book, it's kind of a funny little thing, but it's for the museum. Different clothings of the people at the time. So nothing extremely special for the moment. What should have been a bust of Sherlock Holmes, what he would have looked like, and his famous pipe, and so on. Okay, now I will stop here for a second and bring you back to the next part. Okay, I have a few more details here. Actually, this right here is Metropolitan Police from London. And you notice that the Bobby, as we call him, had a truncheon. And this one here is a Swiss, would have been from the Swiss police at the time, Zurich. And what did they have at the time? They had a sword. What is easier? Okay, so before I actually listen to the description, this is a reproduction of the room where Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson probably solved so many cases and, you know, did a lot of their smoking. Who knows if there wasn't a bit of sniffing, as we know that there was something about cocaine, if I remember correctly, and Sherlock Holmes. So this is what the room looks like. This would be on 221B Baker Street in London. So this is just what it looks like. Try and get it as close as I can. And guys, that'll be it, because that's all there is to this little miniature museum. Okay, take care. Maybe I'll show you something else outside. We'll see. If not, well, that'll be the Sherlock Holmes Museum in Meiringen in the canton of Bern in Switzerland. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.